Hello, welcome. I'm going to do something different for my channel when it comes to a video. I'm going to talk about a TV show, one season of a TV show that I just witnessed in the last few days. And it is a show that premiered last year. I've heard a lot of things about this show over the course of the year. It did win some awards. I recognize a lot of the cast and some of the crew. But thanks to Amazon Prime, and I had an account with Amazon Prime, it was available to see the entire first season of the show for free. So I watched 8 episodes of the show. I loved the show so much that I bought the Blu-Ray and completed the show just yesterday. All 10 episodes of the show. And on the Blu-ray, of course, there's other things that are included as well. But I thought I'd do something different for my channel. I thought I'd talk about a TV show. Normally I don't talk about TV shows unless I buy the entire series on Blu-ray. I mainly just stick to movies. It's easier for me that way to see something in 2 hours, witness it, and then move on with my life, and hopefully it's good and I think about it, and maybe one day it'll be added to my collection behind me. But I did buy the Blu-ray and finish the show, so this is going to be a Blu-ray update / review of Mr. Robot Season 1. And I'll show you this a little later. This is the Blu-ray that I picked up just yesterday when I needed to just watch 2 more episodes of the show. And I've been really interested to watch this ever since I heard about it a year ago. I believe the second season starts next month. So I will be talking about this Blu-ray set right here that I picked up at Best Buy for $30. But I also will be talking about the show more. And I'm really going to try very hard to not spoil anything in this review. This is going to be a review of the first season of Mr. Robot, the USA television show that I believe you can only see on USA if you have cable. I don't, so I had to wait. And it was more than worth the wait. If you have an Amazon Prime account, I highly recommend you do check out the show. Again, it's only $30 the first season on Blu-ray, or if you can get it on DVD, it's much less than that, especially at Best Buy right now as I speak. Those might change in the future, but who knows. So what is Mr. Robot about? Well, this is a show about hackers, specifically a hacker named Elliot. And he has 2 different jobs in his world. He is a guy who hacks people that he meets, that he has to deal with, whether they're people that he's known his whole life, people that he is kind of into, people that he works with. He meets with psychiatrists, and so he hacks her and just tries to understand his world. At the same time, understand what's going on in his mind. There's a lot of interesting things going on in his mind. And he's letting us know as he talks to us. He's pretty much talking to us, the viewers, even though he's talking to himself, but in a sense talking to us. So he does all this hacking, and at the same time, he works with a very close friend of his, a girl who works at the same company that he works for, where it's a online security service. I think it's called AllSafe or something like that. Because he wants to find out more about this company called E-Corp, or Evil Corp as they like to call it. And one day he's met up with a mysterious man who takes him on a journey to hopefully expose that corporation and take them down. That's the gist of the show. Who's in the movie? We have, or the television show, I should say. Talk about so many movies. Elliot is played by Rami Malek from one of my favorite movies of all time, Short Term 12, and he's also in The Pacific, and he was in Need for Speed. I've always been impressed with this actor. And after watching this show, he has just confirmed in 10 episodes that he is a force not to be reckoned with. The show, I should also say, also stars Portia Doubleday, who is from Youth in Revolt, film I saw many years ago, and I don't know if I've seen it in anything since. She's very good in the show as well. She plays Elliot's best friend from childhood. And also they have something really important in common that you find out in the show. But this mysterious man that kind of comes into Elliot's life is played by Christian Slater, an actor that I've admired, I don't know how long, since the late 80s, early 90s. just one of the best actors, and he seems like he doesn't get the credibility that he deserves. And it was pretty happy when I was watching the Golden Globes this year. The show won Best Show. It also won Best Supporting Actor, Christian Slater. And I was like, I don't watch Mr. Robot, but I'm just happy that Christian Slater is getting awards. Because I've loved this guy forever. I just think he's a really great, interesting actor. A just fascinating guy. And I'm not going to say what his part in the film, the movie is, but it's very important to the story, of course. I admire how the show is shot. And that's why I shot my video like this, just for fun. You might be annoyed by it. But I present this video to you in this way because it feels like how I feel about when I watch the show. A lot of the way the scenes are set up is like people's heads are like in the corner. And you get a lot of what's around here. Just the background. And to me, it makes me feel like I'm really a part of this world, at the same time an intruder. Like I don't have a perfect view of what's going on. The view is skewed to me. And it feels like I'm a violator of this world. So I don't have a great position of what's going on, but I'm interested to see. So I feel like when I'm watching this show, I'm like in the corner and I'm peering into these people's lives. And I don't know if that's what the filmmakers were going for, but I felt like that was such an interesting way and a different way. It took a while to get used to. And I think some people might not like that, but I did. And so that's why I present my video of this review in this way. I don't normally do this, and I probably won't, but just in honor of Mr. Robot and just how it presents itself. Of course, the cinematography is much, much better than this video, of course. The show, I feel, is in love with the films of David Fincher. From the moment the show started, I'd apologize for saying movie show because I just talk about movies so much. The way the show started and continued out throughout the season, it felt literally like a David Fincher movie. The way it was directed, the way it was shot, the writing, the interaction between the characters, the music. I hope there's a soundtrack on CD or on vinyl or something, probably online, of the soundtrack of this show. I want it. The music adds such another level of intensity and importance to the story that is being presented here. The characters, the acting is tremendous in this movie, the show. Damn it. I felt so emotionally involved. There are countless scenes in the show that literally amazed me, shocked me, saddened me, frightened me. There's specifically one scene that happens in the middle of the show that I'm not going to explain. I don't know how you'll be affected by it, but I was extremely affected by it. And it really sealed the deal that this is something important, especially in the world of television. Maybe not in the scheme of things. I don't know if this is a commentary of things to come in the future for our universe, but this is a nice, interesting look at life and the perspective of the hackers. I don't know a lot of hackers. I don't know much about the hacking world, but I feel like the filmmakers have done an exceptional job to really feel like this is how it works. Somewhat. At least not perfectly or not exactly right, but it feels like it is. There's also other characters in the show. As we get to know more about Evil Corp and the people that work for them, we actually get to know a guy that is striving to be in charge of this corporation, and he has a relationship with a woman who is his wife, of course, and she's pregnant, and there's some really strange things that go on in that aspect of the show. I just liked where this television show took me. And it was a show that I was really excited to binge on and watch it but I almost wanted to space it out. I think I spaced it out in the course of 4 or 5 days, watched a few episodes each day, and it was definitely something that I had to own. And speaking of that, of course, I showed you that I have the Blu-ray, and I got this at Best Buy for $30. It was something that I really wanted to own. I was like, I know I can finish it on Amazon Prime, and maybe someday, hopefully this first season, to me, is a masterpiece of storytelling. It is clearly one of the best things I've ever seen on television. And as much as I love a lot of the great shows that are on television right now, and I'm watching them right now, it is my opinion that Mr. Robot, at least season 1, is the best thing since Breaking Bad. And when Breaking Bad was over, I was very depressed and sad and happy because that show was just amazing. I was like, what is going to come along to be the next, have the next presence like that show had with me. I mean, Breaking Bad just was an amazing television show. And I think there's only been a few shows that have impressed me that much. Breaking Bad, Sopranos, Game of Thrones is great. And Mr. Robot is right up there, at least season 1. Now, I don't know where this show is headed, of course. I loved a lot of the surprises and revelations. I'm looking forward to seeing where they're going to take those story elements and where they're going to go with these characters. But to me, this is up there. At least season 1. I don't know, again, how strong it's going to be throughout the season. I really hope this show goes on for at least 4 or 5 seasons and then stops. I don't want it to drag out and fall on its face and jump the shark. I want this to stick around for a very, very long time because I think this is an exceptional show. But right now, season 1 is up there with Breaking Bad, Sopranos, Game of Thrones, some of the greatest television from recent memory that I can think of. I mean, this is better than most films that I've seen in the last couple years. I mean, it's up there. It's like as good or better than some of the movies that I watch on a weekly basis. Beautiful storytelling, frightening, scary, and is not afraid to be a little irreverent and funny at the same time. But there are some things in here that have disturbed me to my core, made me think more about life and how I treat people. It's a great show, man. It's something that I'm trying. The real thing that I want to say in this video is that if you're not watching Mr. Robot, at least season 1, you have wonderful opportunities right now because you're missing out, in my opinion, the greatest thing on television right now. This is incredible stuff. And of course, I don't watch a lot of television, but out of the stuff that I've seen, this is the best. You may disagree, and that's fine, but again, this is just my opinion. So here is the Blu-ray. You get 2 discs. It comes with deleted scenes, a gag reel, and a making-of. Sadly, there's no commentary on this Blu-ray, but maybe one day when there is a complete set, which I hope to own. Don't know where this show's going to go, but I hope to own it. On the back, you get just what it's all about. 10 episodes, of course. And I think the show it's a little over 8 hours. So 8 hours of your time. And it's probably some of the best 8 hours I've had this year when it comes to entertainment. So there is a nice slipcover that I'm glad I have. Again, $30 at Best Buy. That's what inside looks like. It's a little different. You see Elliot, Rami Malek in his hoodie, staple. And I see a lot of cosplaying going on with him and Christian Slater's character. Anybody. And of course this F Society that they are a part of, and the character that is presented there with F Society. Here's some pictures of the cast. Some of them I mentioned as well. That right there on the back and tell you like what the show's about and what's on the Blu-ray. Sadly, not much, but that's okay because those 10 episodes are better than anything that I've ever seen in special features in a little while. Okay, so here we go. This is the Blu-ray, and I open it up, and there is the cool Blu-ray covers. I actually appreciate that Universal has given those kind of covers, and if you see the show, you understand why they look like that. Behind, I'm not going to go in detail, but it gives you the episode names, which they're very unique. Especially they deal with computers and code and stuff like that. So that's what's inside the Blu-ray of Mr. Robot Season 1. Again, this is a must-buy, a must-see. Come on, $30. Or if you wanted the DVDs, it's like 24-something bucks. Anyways, I could talk about this show forever. Those are some of my thoughts about Mr. Robot Season 1. I'm looking forward to Season 2. I don't know. What's great about this is that it's uncensored. So if this was rated, it would be rated R. Even though it's on regular television, I bet they censor it for USA. But the show is pretty much rated R. Language, a little bit of sex, and lots of violence. And then just some incredible scenes of dialogue that were more shocking than anything that I've seen that's violent in this show. Okay. Thank you so much for watching. In the comment box below, let me know what you thought of the first season of Mr. Robot. If you haven't checked it out yet, Please go and watch it and come back and tell me if you agree, if you disagree. Again, this is just my opinion, and it's something that I'm very passionate about because I really enjoyed this show, and I'm looking forward to seeing where it goes from here. I just don't know if I'm going to watch it next month or just wait till the Blu-ray comes out and watch it uncensored. So there you go. Woo! Thank you. I appreciate it. And I'll talk to you very soon, my friends. Goodbye.
Thank you so much for watching. Please like, comment, and share this video. And also, please check out these amazing movie websites. And if you enjoyed this review, please click here to subscribe to my channel, and also please check out all my recent reviews right here on YouTube. Have a great day, live film, find peace, happiness, and harmony in anything and everything you do, and I'll talk to you at my next movie review.